give some people some time, the opportunity to tune in and join us here live on the Think ID Studio Facebook page. Now, obviously, we've been going live fairly weekly, Justin and I, for the last month or so. Often we're bringing on guests, people locally here in Searcy, or other individuals, small business owners, to talk about things that can have a positive impact for small businesses during, I hate saying like this difficult time. That has become the catchphrase, especially like here in the South. Like during this difficult time, that's how we use the phrase we use here in Arkansas and everywhere else. But obviously, it's not been the easiest time for everybody, and we've been trying to provide some value and some help, and that's similar to what we're doing today. But we're kind of going in a different direction. Obviously, as you can see, Matt Faulkner, who's that way. Is it owners? I always just say the owner. I think is CFO, CE. There you go. Technology is great.
That was our attempt at a high five. It was pretty poor.
Matt's here today. We're going to talk about the Back to Business Marketing Recovery Program. It's a thing that we're very excited about and that we're launching today. Some of you may have gotten an email about it already, but we're gonna get into it a little bit. Before we do, we just like to talk a little bit. What was I supposed to talk about? Like I don't know. I don't remember. Like I'm gonna like get into my brain and just shoot. And if I'm supposed to like pause and go look at notes, here, let me put up my phone. I can just look side to side and read what I'm supposed to be doing.
You're a professional.
That's right. No pressure.
That's funny.
I think
I'm a professional.
I think Matt was going to talk a little bit about some of the challenges of small businesses during this time. Just give some insight, maybe as a business owner, as to what you've been going through. Maybe some buzzwords and things you've been looking for. I know it's been busy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this has been a very unique experience the past couple of months. The past couple of months have felt very long. A lot has transpired in, a short period of time. But as this program that we're going to talk about here in a few minutes is geared towards helping business owners, and we sat around and thought about how could our agency do our part to assist other businesses. But as a business owner, there was no playbook. When this thing hit, it kind of came on like a tidal wave, and so business owners are having to kind of roll with the punches as it comes, and it comes pretty quickly. So I would say from business owner to business owner right now, we would encourage other business owners, and we're trying to do the same thing, which is difficult because, again, this is a unique experience, but always to be thinking, try to stay one step ahead of what's going on. Initially, the first knee jerk to the news was, how do I care for our team members, and how do I take care of the health and safety of our customers and clients? We went from that to, okay, what relief options may be available. And so as business owners, again, the information seems like it changes almost daily, hourly sometimes. But really exploring relief are out there that will be a good choice for your business. For us, we signed up for the payroll protection program. I know there's a new wave of that going out right now. And then also calling your banker and asking your banker, what options as a business owner do you have? And usually the banks are going to have some type of flexibility, whether that's with deferring payments for your mortgages or other types of solutions. Right now, it's all about trying to find out what options are available. So as a business owner, just trying to be proactive as opposed to reactive is really important. For us and for others, whenever you go through a challenging time, you try to use that time to improve yourself, where you come out on the back end better than you were going into it. And that's difficult because you're also kind of in crisis mode. But there's always another level, another gear that you can kick into, and we're doing the same thing. So kind of, if you can think about it logically and say, okay, what type of resources, what type of technology, what type of connections do we have as a company? And then how can we accommodate the situation? And we see a lot of that. There's various companies who are pivoting to make PPE type items, masks and gowns and that type of thing. But beyond that what can you do as a business that can pivot and adjust? What resources do you have? What talent do you have within your team members? Special technology or resources. For example, if you're a restaurant right now and and your sales are down, you can and I've seen some local restaurants do this. You can start selling your items wholesale. And so with grocery stores being inundated and sometimes the shelves are empty, restaurant owners are ordering in bulk, and sometimes they can make those items available in even a safer way because the foot traffic is lower. So it's just try to be innovative in a difficult time and to try to take advantage of this time to bounce yourself to the next level. As challenging as that may be, you can dig deeper and do that. And then also just from business owner to business owner, I think it's important for us to give each other grace, give ourselves grace during this time, and know that from day to day, you may feel different, and that's okay. Some days you may wake up and be ready to take on any challenge and be innovative and just hunker down and get after it. And then some days you may not feel that way, and just know that that's okay. And but the most important thing is to continue to rebound, to continue to think positively about the situation, and then have faith that God's going to continue to provide. So those are just some tidbits of information from a business owner. We've worked hard to pivot during this time, and also identify, how can we continue to conduct business even when revenue is down. And I know a lot of businesses are trying to do that as well, which is kind of what led us to providing this solution that we're going to talk about today.
So yeah, why don't we just go ahead and jump into the topic of the day, and that is the Back to Business Marketing Recovery Program. We as an entire business, everyone involved, have spent a lot of time the last 2+ weeks trying to get this thing hammered out just right, figuring out the right way to present it, figuring out the right way to put it together. Matt, I would call this a passion project of yours. Obviously, Think is a small business, and so this is something where we are trying to get creative and find ways to both do business and continue to be a business that looks to provide value to our clients and to everyone else, and kind of the idea of doing good. So why don't you kind of explain this program a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this program came out of just identifying where are we currently at right now, and what's the next phase of this epidemic that we're in. So where we're at right now, we understand that our clients are suffering with cash flow issues. There's a lot of restrictions right now as far as social distancing, and that may have limited the amount of foot traffic into your store, or if you're a medical company, whether you're a dentist or an eye care clinic or whatever it is, this has impacted industries all across the nation in all different types of vertical markets. And so knowing that cash flow may be restricted right now, but it's so vitally important to continue to put your message out there, to change your message and let people know how you're doing business, so that you can continue to keep some type of revenue coming in. But also knowing that this isn't here forever. And as the country continues to make progress, and we want to keep safety first, but we're also looking forward to the next phase. You're starting to loosen up a bit. Are you being proactive, looking towards that next step? And marketing is a vital part of that, and that's what we are. As we're a marketing agency, and so we're trying to address two things. One is identifying the cash flow restrictions and how can we accommodate that current situation. And two, how can we help our clients and potential clients be ready for opening back up to business or increasing their business and getting them back up to where they used to be. And so that's where we put together this marketing recovery program. In essence, it allows us to continue to serve our clients right now, where we can, if you're not already, set up for e-commerce, and you need to get set up for e-commerce because that's a new way that you need to increase your revenue. Whether that's messaging inside of your store and you need to have signage that tells people how, what new business hours you're going to keep, or how your checkout process is going to work, or how you're going to improve your safety and health measures moving forward. You need some point of purchase signage, whether that is, branding. Maybe you're going to go ahead and redo your branding. It's very, very, very important to have search engine optimization up and going, Google My Business up and going, social media accounts and all this going right now. So This program basically allows us to take care of that for you right now, knowing that cash flow is an issue, and then it ramps up with you with a payment plan as we start to see the revenue start coming back in. And so it's really a two-way street. It helps our agency continue to be busy and to service our clients and address the cash flow issue. So really the payment plan and the recovery part of it is we are deferring payments for 2 months. So we can go ahead and work on websites and branding and brochures and all the different elements that you might have need of now, and you don't have to begin paying on that for 2 months. And then after that, we're levelizing billing over the next 12 months. So again, we're kind of going to follow the track of the country getting back to business, and that's why we're calling it Back to Business Marketing Recovery Program.
Yeah, obviously the payment deferral and the levelized billing is a big part of this. So we as a marketing company, and I don't want to state this like we believe we're too important, but we also believe that marketing is very important. Communication with your clients is very important. Being able to reach out to them and let them know about changes and things like that is vital right now. And for businesses that need to be able to focus on other things than getting the word out, this is a good way to help them do so, and look for some other ways to help adjust the business, grow it. Justin, I'm curious. We've had a lot of back and forth internally. We've presented this program to some different people to get their feedback. And one of the big takeaways was making sure we were very clear about what this program is not. Can you kind of go over some of that stuff for us?
Yeah. I think there's a couple of things. One is the businesses will be onboarded, and so we have on our website once you go to thinkis.com, you can click and enter the form, and we can see what type of plan may work. And so there is an onboarding process for that. And then essentially what we're going to do is go in and analyze your business to see what opportunities there are, if we see any. And if we do, we'll come back with a report of, hey, here's some things that we think your business would benefit by having as you get opened back up. And then we can make a decision together with you to see what costs are involved with that and how to levelize out that cost. And it could be that your business just needs some small optimizations to it. It could be that you need some branding, some printed material to get going as you're starting back up. But all those will come, and we'll plan those, and basically at no cost to you guys of evaluating and planning, and then send that to you, and then we can decide there kind of where we go and how that payment plan will work. One thing this is definitely it's not as much just business consulting advice more than it is just marketing strategies. I think we're not here to tell people how or when to reopen by any means. That's going to be up to the business, the state, all the regulations, and making sure all that matches up. We're just here to try to prep the marketing portion of your business as you open back up and try to help with that, understanding that there's some time right now to do that. And then also, for other businesses, this may not be a business saving program, but it's definitely something that can help during this time for businesses that have funding to try to get a little bit of deferment so that they can get back going. And I think that's kind of the intent of it. But those, like I said, those strategies and the planning part is just going to be part of the onboarding process. And you can enter that on the form on our website at thinkis.com. So,
yeah. So just to recap up to this point, this is a marketing recovery program. That's what it is. It's focused on marketing. That's what we do. That's what we offer our clients. It has a 2-month payment deferral and then levelized paying over 12 months. It's a 3-step program. It starts with us reviewing your marketing strategy, not your business overall. We can't help with running your business. This is purely a marketing strategy. So we start with a review of what your strategy is. That includes looking at websites, logos, social media, things of that nature. That part is free. So too is our report to you and suggestions of things that you would want to look for. That part is also free. And then we get to discussing how to actually implement this and try and get businesses set up and ready to go over the next few months as we get kind of back to business, as we continue to say. It seems to be the catchphrase of this. The other thing I think that's important for everyone to understand is that right now, marketing is important. I know when times get tough, marketing is the thing that we see tend to get cut the most. That's where spending gets cut back because it seems like an easy place not to. But there's always kind of a rule with marketing where it seems really great to not market when things are good and to market when things are bad. The problem is that marketing is not a switch to flip on and off. It's not an easy, quick thing that you just start up and immediately people are going to see it and come in. We've talked about that internally in regards to this program. It's not something where you're going to send out one thing and everyone's going to see it and jump on board. It takes time, and it takes repetition, and it takes not just one source but multiple sources, which is why continuing communication, having a strategy in place, and implementing those things, even when it doesn't seem like, okay, it's a little bit harder to pay for that right now, while we have other things to worry about. And we understand, like, paying payroll is more important than marketing. Making sure that you have the supplies and the resources that you need to keep the business going is more important than marketing. And marketing is not a cure-all. I mean, Justin made that point, but it is something that is important. Marketing is communication. It's communication with the people that are coming to you and the people that you want to come to you. So I think that's why this plan is a good idea. I think that's why this plan is, especially considering the payment options that have been presented with it, are a way to help make sure that the payment, which is the big concern right now for a lot of small businesses, and Matt can I think speak to that. It's just that's the thing that's concerning. We want to take that concern off of businesses' plate and make sure that they are ready to get back to business as things continue. Because look, the other thing is, so many businesses are going to be trying to kickstart things at the same time. That's a lot of people with a lot of messages going out all overwhelmingly. And if you take it from the consumer standpoint, that much coming at me at the same time, if you don't have a good plan in place, if your communication is not clear, if you don't have a good strategy, it's just going to get lost into the weeds. And it's just one more thing that I'm not going to realize or focus on.
Well, I think as a business owner right now, we want as many different tools in our toolbox that we can. And this program is just another tool in your toolbox, along with the PPP programs or the disaster relief programs or the grants that might be available or deferral payments available through your bank. This marketing recovery program is just another tool that you can throw into the mix that will help with your cash flow and help you be ready to get your message out there and market to your target as the business as the country begins to relax on its restrictions. And even before then, really, I mean, just helping to whether that's e-commerce or whether getting the message out how people can do business with you right now. We understand that you've got to maintain revenue in order to stay in business. And so this is just our way of identifying needs that we have, identifying needs that our clients have, and trying to make the best of the situation so that we can all get out of this thing together.
So just to final recap, for those interested in the program, you want to learn more about it, make sure and go to our website, thinkis.com. You'll find the link you need right there on the home page. You can also go to the services tab. It's got a little drop down. It's got Back to Business program. You can reach us on our Facebook page right here. I think Idea Studios Facebook. We're happy to respond to your messages. If you want to give the office a call, I don't have the number memorized. Matt, do you know it?
Of course, it's 501-268-1771. I think most of us are on mobile at this point, but the office line is 501-268-1771.
So go check it out. Happy to talk with you about it. Very excited about this program. We think a lot of people are going to be able to take advantage of it and it be beneficial. So anything else before we get out of here?
Is that a Star Wars figurine behind you?
No, it's. I like Legos. I'm a grown man who puts Lego sets together.
That's more than a Falcon, isn't it?
It is. Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I loved them as a kid, and then I got older, and so my toys are Legos. I also have the Oklahoma State football stadium. I've got a few more Star Wars sets.
Great.
I like what I like.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. So if you guys want to talk Legos, that'll be a Facebook Live tomorrow on a different. Just kidding.
Well, we appreciate y'all. Thanks so much for hosting this, Phillip and Justin, and we look forward to working together as we climb out of this crazy storm that everybody's in.